Hi everyone, it's Beth from Sweethearts and we're here with Bailey and I'm here to show you how to do your child's hair when you have no time. I'm going to show you sort of 4 or 5 really good tips and tricks that you can do to get you out that door with no tears and minimal effort. So the first thing you're going to need is a really good detangler. I'm using the Redken One United. And I have always loved the Tangle Teaser, okay? So you're going to want to get in there with the spray. You're going to go in with that and a Tangle Teaser, and you are going to do the top layer. Bailey's got really thick hair, and people make the mistake of just doing the top layer, but actually you've got to almost get in there really gently because you haven't detangled yet, and just try and get those underneath. So I just kind of move the hair like that, especially on the neckline as well, because that gets really matted underneath there. Get those ends in. So rule number 1 with doing children's hair, we don't want to hurt them. So I'm scooping up the hair and we're going to just concentrate on the ends. Once you're happy, you're going to do that again. You're going to scoop and grab and do a little bit higher up. Now, if you come across a knot that you really feel like is snagging on the hair, the worst thing you can do is pull down on it. What you'll do, let me try and find one. So there's a bit of a knot there. Don't pull down onto the knot because all you're doing is tightening up that knot. You almost want to come from the sides. So it's from the sides first and underneath the knot, and then you can brush down. So if you come across one, let's try and find a little bit of a knotted area. So underneath here, you can see that it's quite knotted. So if I pull down on that, can you see it's all tightening? That's what causes them pain. So try and sort of single it out. Come from underneath first, make sure that bit's all detangled, and then work your way up. And if it's a real knot, I kind of come from the sides, and then you can brush down. And it's just going to minimise that pulling that they feel. So once you've kind of worked your way up the hair, you're going to do that top layer of hair. And again, just keep picking up and running through those ends. I don't know what's inside there. There's something inside, isn't there?
That's probably me.
Yeah, so if you put something in there, Billy. So I'm happy with that top layer now. You can see that that brush is running through really well, all the way to the ends. And then you can just kind of double check by splitting that hair up, and just spending 2 minutes brushing is going to make the style go in so much quicker, and they'll just get used to you brushing the hair without there being pain. So that is how you want to detangle the hair before you've even decided on what really fast style you're doing before school. So you've detangled the hair, you want to get out the house quickly, and you don't want them to have the hair down all day. So I'm going to show you how to do the fastest way of doing a ponytail. So when a lot of people think about a ponytail, they think of getting the hair up. But the problem is when you've only got like a minute to get out the house, is anytime you take the hair in a direction that isn't falling and its natural fall line. So if I try and take that hair up, I've then got to manipulate all this hair. That's how you get like bits falling out, or you get those little like bobbly bits here. So what I do is, if I've only got a minute, is I do not take the hair up off the neck. Everything is going to stay where gravity wants to. You're going to use some kind of wax spray. So it could be a wax stick, it could be a wax spray, even hairspray, or even more detangler. But you just want to spray this product onto the hair. Just cover your hearing aid for me, Bales. Just to make sure it's going to stay all nice and smooth. Next, I'm going to take a little smoothing brush. Okay, so these are brushes with the bristles very close together. And we're just going to work this hair down. So you're going to start from one side, go from the top. Remember, you've got like a minute to get out the house. Just start working this hair down, all the way down, trying to keep that tension in. Same on the other side. So I'm using that brush almost at an angle like that, so not like that, and sort of pulling this hair down, but it's going to be much quicker and much easier, even with thick hair like Bailey's. So just making sure it's nice and tight, and then I'm just going to do one more go. So here, here, at the crown area, and round the other side. Now, Bailey's got really thick hair and I don't want this ponytail to move now, so I hold on like that and then I put the bobble over, and then rather than trying to like move my hand, I just get this left hand and just pull this hair through like that, so then this hand hasn't moved, and then I can do the turn, pull through, turn and pull through. And then you can just neaten this up by just gliding a little wax stick, just make sure there's no flyaways. So that is a really, really smart ponytail in within about a minute, okay? But if you just wanted to do something a little bit extra, it's still going to take a good minute or two to braid this. So a faster way of doing it is this. So don't want to do a 3-strand, takes too long, we are in a rush. You're going to divide the hair into 2, like that, thumbs towards yourself like that. Right hand pointer finger, and you're going to twist and go to the other side. Ready? Twist and go to the other side. And this can be done really, really quickly once you get the hang of it. It's just twist into the other side, and then you're going to pop a bobble in at the ends, and that is going to be your really, really quick school hair when you've got like 2 minutes to get out the house. It still looks really smart. You can give it a little spray with hairspray if you want. Use different colour bobbles if you want to, but that is my second tip. Where people go wrong with the quick French or Dutch braiders, when they're in a rush, they try and start it from up here, and they try and take the strands going like upwards like that, and you can see already when I try and take Bailey's hair up, it's really hard to do. You're having to smooth out all these sections one by one. So a really, really good top tip to use when you want to do a braid, but you've only got a tiny bit of time, is you're going to take your first section coming this way, not up with your fingers, this way. So let me show you. So I'm going to grab more or less to the crown, separate that first piece of hair up, smooth out this top section with a brush. So you can see that the hair's gone this way really, really easily. I haven't had to sort of fight the hair. So this is your first working section. You're going to break it into 3, like so. Outside goes over the middle. Outside goes over the middle. You're going to do it one more time. Outside goes over the middle, and now you're going to add in hair, and you're going to do the same. I don't want you to come up with the section, I want you to come horizontal. So literally, finger goes across, adds into this section. You can use your fingers or a brush, but look how easily that hair has gone in there. So again, push down, outside to the middle. Same again, horizontal section. Look how easily that goes across. Picking up that one from underneath, thumb goes down, this one comes across. Horizontal. And now, if I don't have to sort of stop and show you, this can get done in literally like 2 minutes. Taking nice big sections of hair. This is not about it looking like, you know, absolutely perfect. It's about it being up, out the way and smart for school. So another big section on this side, making sure that my hands stay really close to the head to keep that tightness in the braids. Sorry, Bailey. Big section of hair. And I'm just going to add this last one in as a whole one. Just a nice big section. Because we want it quick, 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 quick. We have got to get out. Last big section here. On this last pull now, just give it a tiny little, sort of just tighten it up, put your finger down, and then we're just going over. Normal braids now. Now, if you find that 2 of your sections are really thick and one's gone really thin, it's no problem. What we're going to do, so this is my thin one. I've crossed it over, I'm just going to take a little bit from this one here and add it in. And I can keep doing that until I feel like they're all level, and then that'll help you get all the way to the end of the hair without the braid going wonky. So that's my thin one. A little bit thin still, so I'm just going to borrow a little bit from one side and add it in. This one feels quite thick still, so I'm just going to put a little bit in that one. And then you'll get a nice even braid to the very end of the hair then. And that is how you do a really, really quick French braid in a matter of minutes. So next, me and Bales are going to show you how to do a high pony, super snatched, no bumps, make sure it's secure. I'll show you my top tip on doing this. So we're going to start off by using some wax spray, okay? So just cover your hearing aid for me, Bales. So a spray, I'm just working on these side sections, don't worry about all this down here, same on the other sides. So you're going to decide where you want your high pony to sit, and I want it to sit right on top of the head. So the easiest way I found of doing this is coming from the ear and go straight up to where you want that ponytail to sit. I'm just going to let that hair fall. We're going to do the same on the other side. So on this side, I come from the centre and I go down, like so. So we've just basically parted off all that top section of hair, and now I'm going to ignore this bottom section, which is where everyone goes wrong. You're trying to get the high pony in, and by the time you've worked your way around, it's all gone loose again. So just leave that bit down. Pick up these two sections that you've just parted out and join them together like this, and just kind of work this hair up. Give it a quick brush through. And then we're going to take a smoothing brush, okay? And we're going to brush up. So obviously if you're in a rush, do this really, really quickly. Don't worry about it being perfect. But if you're looking for that perfect high pony, just take your time with this smoothing brush and just brush this hair up until there's nothing out of place. Once you're happy, you're going to put the elastic, the bobble, on your hands. And then the best way I found is I don't want to move this hand. So don't move this hand with the bobble on, okay? You've got your ponytail here. You're going to pull that bobble over the top and then pull this through first so you haven't moved anything. Then you take hold of your bobble and you do your normal turn, and then you pull it back through again, like normal. So pulling it back through. I'm just trying to make sure that wherever I place this ponytail is not going to move at all. So once you've done the top part like that, you're going to come in, especially with those that have got really, really thick hair, and you're going to grab that crown section first. And you're going to start to brush this up, because if I just grab all the Bailey's hair and brush up, I just can't get it without the bumps. So we're grabbing underneath and we're working this hair into the direction that we need it to be for this high ponytail. And we're going to go again with another layer. You'll also find this hurts a lot less than just trying to drag the whole lot up at once. And then lastly, all of it up. So we at least know that all the inside bits are already going in that right direction. I'm going to use a bit more wax spray now. So I'm just going to use this brush now to just work this hair up. So once you've more or less worked all that hair up, you can take your smoothing brush again and you can just completely brush over these two sort of parts now. You don't have to worry about only brushing this bit. You can just go over exactly, so you don't see that kind of line that you created where you parted off the top bit first. So once you're happy with where everything's sitting, you're going to take your hand with your bobble on and you're going to grab like so. And you're going to do that same technique of bringing that bobble over and then pulling that hair through and then doing your twist and pulling the hair through. I'm going to try and do one more turn. This was the one that we always like, oh, Bailey's hair is really thick. Make sure all that tails through like that. If you feel like you can still see a little bit of bobbling, I'm going to take a tail comb and just go on these top layers and just run that through. You can use a little bit of hairspray. So on this last little tip, I'm going to show you how to take all this hair, put it up into a bun where it's not going to move. I'm going to show you how to pin it. So starting off with a little bit of product in the hair just to make sure there's no flyaways. Now you can just do an ordinary 3-strand braid. I found with Bailey, if I just twist this and put it in, yes, it does stay, but if she's doing gymnastics or something, it's just not secure. So this is my go-to quick way of doing this bun and making sure it doesn't move. So rather than a braid, you're going to divide the hair into two. It's really easy, I promise. You're going to twizzle the right one and cross it over, twizzle and cross, twizzle and cross, and it's much faster than braiding as well. So this is just called a twist braid. It doesn't have to be super, super tight. You're going to do that to the ends and pop in a elastic or a bobble. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to just take this hair and we're just going to wrap it around until you find the shape that you like. So this tail, I'm just going to tuck underneath, like so. Okay, I like that shape. Now, Bailey's passing me one of these grips. So these are the long grips. Bailey's hair does not hold with the shorter grips. So these are like the 6.5 centimetres or 2.5 inches. So I'm going to come in close now and I'm going to show you how to pin it. What I want you to do is I want you to come in on a section of the bun like this. So you're going to push that grip straight through. You're then going to push in on the hair on the head. So catching the hair on the head, and then I'm going to turn this hair grip. So turn and push.
Yeah.
So same on the back, and I just work my way all the way through this bun. So hair on the bun, hair on the head, and then turn and push. So I've just used a little bit of wax stick just to kind of make sure that there's no flyaways. If you go on my TikTok account, I have got my TikTok shop with all these products that I've used today. But honestly, Bailey does gymnastics and this bun doesn't go anywhere. So I think it's definitely kid proof. And that is our video done today. Let me know in the comments if you found these tips useful and I can do some more for you. And I'll see you again soon.